going on YouTube? This is the Common Sense Professor, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about arrays. This is just going to be a quick video that I'm creating to show you an easy way to use arrays to establish tags for your inputs and outputs. Okay, so let's get started. First off, what I've got here is I've got a program running in my emulate software, and at the top here, what I've got going on is I have this timer T1 that is going to turn on as soon as I download the program, and it's going to continue to reset itself because of the XIO. Once it gets the done bit, it'll open this XIO up just enough for a millisecond to reset my accumulator value and start my timer over again. Now when you look down through here, I am using compare instructions. I went over these in PLC video 7A and 7B, so if you missed that, be sure and go back and watch those videos. What I'm doing is I'm going to turn on a light for every second that my timer goes through. From 0 to 1 second, I'm going to turn on this light. From 1 second to 2 seconds, I turn on this light, and so on and so forth till I get to the very bottom where I have my greater than 9 seconds. I turn on this light. So basically I'm sequencing lights here on one timer. We're going to talk about arrays because if I was to create a tag for each one of these outputs, it would take a long time. I have to create the tag and then alias my output. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into parameters and local tags, and there you can see my T1 timer tag. I'm going to go to edit tags here. Now when you go into edit tags, all you have to do is enter the tag name here, and it'll create a tag for you. You can actually create tags this way in your programs first and then go back and choose them inside your program, but you need to be really careful when you do this, because if I'm back in my main routine here and I create this tag for a timer, right click create tag, it automatically brings in the right data type. It brings in the timer data type. Just like if I was to create a tag here, I go to new tag, it's going to automatically bring in a Boolean. When you come over here and create tags this way, let's say I was going to create a timer tag here. I'll call this T2. You notice it brings it in as a double integer. So you have to change that data type to timer before you create that tag. All right, so there again, I've got a timer tag. If I want to use this in my main routine, I can double click. And now I've got my timer tag that I can choose from as well. But the main focus of this video is to create arrays. I just want to explain that real quick. So we're going to go to edit tags. I'm going to select this box to the left of that T2 and delete it because we're not going to use that. What we're going to do is we're going to create a tag called light. Okay. Now notice it brings it in as a double integer. What we're going to do is we're going to alias this for our output card. So for this emulator, it's 3 output here, and then we would choose this local 3 data. Now normally, whenever we choose this, we choose a specific address that we go to, right? If we wanted that to go, light to go to output 0, output 1, output 2, we'd choose that. But we're not going to choose that. What we're going to do is we're going to choose the overall output. Let me go back a second. We're going to choose the overall output here and click down here below that. Now you notice that I've got a little caret here beside my light. If I click on that, I've got light.0, light.1, light.2, and so on and so forth. So it automatically creates these tags for us, and it is aliasing our outputs. So let's go back into our program a second. So what we need to do now is we just double click this because that tag's been created for us. And we see here we've got our light double integer. If we click on that, now we've got a little option where we can choose the specific output. And there we go. Now notice light.0, it automatically brings in our address, local 3, output data 0. So now I can go in here and choose every one of my light outputs, and the tag is already created for me. So I'm going to go down through here and I'm going to select my lights. And so it makes it really nice. This is nice if you're using a lot of like alarm lights in your programs or something like that. You can create these tags all at once with an array, and it does this for you automatically. Okay, notice our errors went away, except for that because I deleted the tag that I switched that to. So there we go. All right, now our errors went away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download to our virtual PLC and we're going to watch this operate. So watch my outputs here as it goes through. You can see that it actually aliased my output lights there. 10 lights total that comes on for 1 second each as it goes through the timer. So again, that's just a shortcut. Now let's talk a little bit more about arrays because it's not quite that simple, but I wanted to show you a shortcut for creating input and output tags that are aliased with an array. Let's say that I want to create a internal bit that I'll just call this memory, because I might need to store a bunch of information from different tags that I want to push into this point. Well, I can come over here to my double integer, and if you click this, you get a little box here. Now at the bottom, you notice I've got array dimensions. So what I'm going to do is I can actually create different dimensions of arrays. So it can be 3-dimensional. So I can create 12 memory slots off this memory array. I'm going to double that. So when I hit OK, notice here I've got the brackets that tells me my array size. My array is 2 by 12. And when I open that array up, I've got my 24 arrays there, starting with 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, on up to 0, 11, then it starts over, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. And so this is a way, these are all double integers, which are 32 bits, and I can open those up, and I've got my 32 bits per array there.